Hello, everybody. What's up? Cedric and CJ here, CR Wrestling Commentary. We'll be reviewing Ring of Honor. But before that, no comments yet because, just 12 hours ago we did the last one. But I wanted to, and I didn't even tell CJ I was doing this, but I wanted to touch on this Vince McMahon thing because there's something that might be a nail in the coffin for Vince McMahon. Here's the thing, listening to Brian Last and Jim Cornette. Okay, and they go over. They research before they really start talking about. So that's a good thing. Now, on the surface, okay, the women were harassed. They were forcibly assaulted. They were maligned and undermined. Their autonomy was ignored. So this is what happened, but in all honesty, everyone that worked for Vince was a victim. Anyone that works for, someone with power is a victim. They just don't see it. But listen, they talk about these women and then how they don't have any credibility. I want to point out something that nobody's bringing up that happened live on TV. I don't know if you remember this, Cedric. I don't know if you remember this. This was during the Attitude Era. This happened live on TV. Vince McMahon was embarrassed and he just wrote it off. And I was like, that was not supposed to be said. It was supposed to be Stephanie McMahon trying to prove her worth to her father. And there was a point where she was cutting a promo. She was cocky. She was arrogant. She was doing what she's supposed to do. And Vince was basically letting her know that she's not ready and he's not looking favorably upon her. And then Stephanie, you could see a change. And she started talking about how she works for him, helped him look favorable with those people, and then talked about how, and this when she started crying. I don't know if you remember this. And she was like, what you had me do with all those people and how they were, and Vince had to have her removed from the ring.
That sounds a little familiar.
And she was crying, and the crowd was like, And Vince was like, well, sometimes they try to air dirty laundry, but they're not really feeling themselves. And he moved on. And he had to recover from that. He was not happy being exposed. And you didn't see Stephanie for a while after that. You didn't see Shane for a little bit after that. Triple H was not being around so much after that. So I'm just wondering how much of that promo was legit about Stephanie having to help her father by being with all those men, doing those horrible things that she didn't say what they did, but she said she had to do things with them. So I'm just saying. I wonder if anyone's going to bring that up other than us.
Oh, you, because I don't remember.
Okay, other than me. Oh, I thought about that from jump. I've never really got that out my head. So, okay. I just want to put that out there for everyone. Others are talking about this. Yeah, I just wanted to lay that in. So that's 4 minutes and some seconds used up, I suppose. So now we can get into this Ring of Honor review. And we go this right here, they was talking about the lineup and was like, wow, is that why the last show was so good? That's what you said. Is that why the last show was so good? Because this one sucks?
Yeah, it was the lineup did not look favorable.
So this took us all day to watch because we started doing other stuff and I went to sleep. But okay, so this is Ring of Honor, February 8th. And it started, it's just so many empty seats. And it's the opening tag team match. It's the Workhorsemen versus what was it? It's a luchador team, I guess.
Or two luchas put together.
But
you should have it typed up, don't you?
It is, but it's how it's pronounced because it's written as they even put it up there, Ring of Honor. Cyrus.
But they said Cyrus GT.
Yeah, Cyrus GT and Brillante RB. I don't know what that is, but this is their Honor Club debut. And so what we were thinking was this was done after that really crappy Dynamite that they had, and fans just didn't want to risk this one. And again, the card lineup is not so great, is not as great as it could be as well. So maybe it's that. But then we found something out later, and that was, we were just being impatient. But it was a decent match, and nearing the end, Anthony and Drake, they turned it up to the 10th gear and beyond, and they were beyond impressive. They got the crowd right behind them, eating out the palm of their hands. The crowd was into it. Far less than a full house, but man, they sounded louder than a full house.
They did.
The Workhorsemen seemed to use that tag team sixth sense to be in the right place at the right time, hitting all of their moves and ending strong. It was good. So they clipped to the next match. It looks like the same arena.
Mm-hmm, it is.
The same people are there in the front and whatnot, but now it's full.
Yeah.
So they must have had the opening match, the dark match, and then
folks still arriving and such.
Yeah, like 10 minutes after that, then they're showing this match because it was full after that.
Mm-hmm.
So then we get Aaron Solo versus Ethan Page, and we had that last week.
When last week? Last week was Slim J. I think it was the week before that.
Yeah, Slim J and Aaron Solo. I was like, Ethan Page and Aaron Solo. I was like, this is not a replay, and there are more people in the arena and really into Page's intro. And we now think that the low crowd was due to it being the opening match. And for this, I was like, it was another really good match, and it had a proper ending.
Yeah.
Solo was trying to pin with his feet on the ropes, but the ref saw it. And the ref kicked his feet off the ropes and argued with him. He's like, I saw that. Huh?
That's what Aaron Solo said. You didn't think I saw that? Huh? And the huh don't work.
No, it don't.
It never does.
Who was that girl in the huh?
Mm-hmm.
Like, no.
Did I catch you? Huh?
Yep. Didn't I tell you not to get that? Huh? No, you're done. You're done. Solo turns it up. Solo turns into a boot kick, and the fans they came up after that. They became alive. They was like, oh man, and you can feel the ending coming. You got the hype, you got the good thing going. You had the cheat. The fans were angry. He turns around, big boot kick. The fans is like, yes. Then Page uses the momentum to hit his finish, and the fans, they are with it. It was a good ending. He hit the Ego's Edge. He did good.
Yep.
The match ended well. Solo, just like I complimented before, he took that move well.
Mm-hmm.
So that it was all good. Then, we get to this. Yep. This is when we went to sleep. It was like, we can't do this. Well, I went to sleep.
Right before this match, yeah, that's true.
Tag team. Penta El Cero Viejo and El Hijo del Vikingo versus John Cruz and KM. Yeah. And here's the thing. You wanted to skip, remember?
Yeah.
And I said, no, just because this is Ring of Honor, let's give it some time. I was like, let's do Zemo some justice here. Because we both know, we all three of us know, I could say 4 of us with Stacey Washington, that Penta can go. He can put on a good show. He can put on a logical show. It's all about who he's wrestling and who's booking it. So that's where you got to book people with the right people.
Mm-hmm.
But we skipped this match.
We did.
And we skipped it due to lengthy minutes of silliness at the opening. It was like, I can't do this. I was like, I can't do this. But Penta won with the package power driver and pin. So there we go. Backstage, Lexi gives Billy Starkz a large note or something on some kind of board with orders from Nyla Rose, the new minion overlord. Billy gets angry, shows the board to Lexi and says, if she wants me, she knows where to find me, before she storms off. Next, we got Johnny TV versus Dalton Castle's friend. So when the music hit, it's Dalton Castle wearing a bearded face mask, trying to pull off a really poor Midnight Rider. So Johnny says he knows it's him, and he starts to leave the ring, and they have a back and forth, and Dalton pulls off the mask and apologizes for the ruse. The fans chant Dalton's name. Dalton wants to know why TV won't fight him. Johnny says he doesn't have anything that he wants. Castle says he'll give him anything so long as he gets to smash his face. And Dalton is pleading. He's doing really well with this. I'm just annoyed by it. And then Johnny TV says that he'll tell him next week. All right. So then we get a backstage promo by Shane Taylor, who invokes the name of Sam Cooke, a change gonna come, and invites others in Ring of Honor and AEW who has been underutilized, overlooked, and unappreciated to join Shane Taylor Promotions. He vows that it is time to make a change in the company.
Yep.
Now, here's the thing. Shane Taylor Promotions, this is Tony Khan's booking. You take the baddest man in pro wrestling. He earned that. The greatest television champion in the company. All right. He earned that. Shane was damn near unbeatable. And then after Tony buys it, he's nowhere to be found.
Uh-huh.
And then next time when you do see him for a few, I think 2 years after they got things rolling again, he's jobbing to Keith Lee and a few others.
Yeah.
He can't get matches on Ring of Honor, but when he does, half of them showcases how strong and good he is. He picks up Lee Moriarty, breaking up Moriarty and Big Bill. So then the tag team starts to do well and look good. They're heels, but the fans aren't cheering the heels because they like the bad guys. They're cheering the heels because they're cheering only the people that know what they're doing. They know how to wrestle. They know how to pro wrestle. They know how to promo. They know how to do everything right. So the fans aren't cheering the bad guys for bad guys. They're cheering appreciation for somebody that knows what they're doing.
Uh-huh.
That's why they cheer them. That's how bad Tony Khan has messed up. And after that, they killed the heat. Tony Khan killed the heat of Shane Taylor Promotions. They just jobbing out to everyone, being in these weird 6 and 8 man tag team matches, and for no reason. He's not his faction or stable isn't growing. You know, it's saying Shane Taylor Promotions. You need a minimum of 3 people to make a faction. He's got 2. So he put that out there. It's in the ether now. What's going to happen? You know, will a change come? So then backstage, Maria's baby boys are attacking Serpentico. Angelico runs in to help only to get beat down. And then the real Serpentico runs in and chases off the Rudos. Okay, that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get Billy Starkz versus Aria Thorne. Nyla Rose comes to ringside with a table and the fans are loudly chanting, "We want tables."
Yes.
Billy submits Thorn. Rose asks Billy if she's going to get in line or get put through the table. Billy says, "You're full of surprises, but I have a surprise for you." Athena's theme plays, and Rose awaits her entrance. Athena comes in from behind, nails Nyla, who falls through the table. Fans are happy Athena's back, but they weren't happy that Rose got put through the table. But they wouldn't have been happy with anyone except Billy getting put through the table.
Exactly.
Billy is becoming a harder edged baby face, but not a heel. So we'll see where that goes. It's still development. So, it's not like how they do in AEW where things take about 2 weeks to change. They do a progression. So I'm liking what's happening with Ring of Honor. So, Tony Khan can book it, but the others got control over how it's going to flow.
Yeah, and Jerry Lynn has got to be putting his input in.
Got to. Women's four-corner survival match. Trish Adora, Kiera Hogan, Diamante, Layla Hirsch. And I'm like, okay, Trish Adora's lost every single one of these. Kiera Hogan, yeah. Diamante, they're in it. And always the other person is the one that wins. So Layla Hirsch, she's the fourth person. So she's going to win this. But it was a decent match that ends with Diamante pinning Hirsch. Diamante's legs were on the top rope. But this time, that referee, Stefan, he didn't see this. Her legs were on the top rope. But he didn't see it this time. And honestly, my note was I thought that Hirsch would win this.
Yeah, it was surprising when she didn't.
Yep. So now we get to what I just finished talking about a few moments ago. Is Maria's baby boys. So that's Griff Garrison and Cole Carter. They're teaming with Shane Taylor Promotions. Lee Moriarty and Shane Taylor. Why?
We were trying to figure this out because they were coming out, and I was like, okay, they're going to be wrestling. But then they didn't go to opposite sides.
And it was like, yeah, and they're partners. And I was like, what? And then the infantry comes out, and I'm like, what's another team that can job out to this other team? And I was like, it's going to be Iron Savages. And then they showed up. Now, yeah, nobody was happy with this match. Shane Taylor Promotions was definitely not happy with this match. But they all went to work. They went to work. Yep. So I noted that it's an odd 8-man tag team match. Can't see the point to this at all. What?
It was odd.
My prediction? No. This is your prediction, Cedra. You thought that something will happen and either Maria's baby boys or STP will walk out. We can see, and I was like, we can see something may happen due to the expressions on STP's faces. Greatest moment in this match, and I was like, wow, okay. Carly Bravo, right before he got tagged in, he sipped some of the Savage sauce.
Oh my goodness.
And he looked like a kid on an adrenaline crash, like it's on and I'm about to fall over in a minute, but right now I see everything
bouncing off the walls, literally.
Yes. Like I'm Spider-Man and I'm going to prove it. And he got the hot tag and he went on a tear, whooping up on everybody. He was in the ring, out the ring, on the apron. Carly Bravo was all over the place. And the wild-eyed look he had and whatnot, I was like, he is doing this justice. He just put over the Iron Savages and their Savage sauce, which is just water. But still, he put them over. And he had fun doing it too. But Shane Taylor shut that down. Mm-hmm. And then,
Definitely.
And then ultimately the match does end with Moriarty getting the pin after the elevated complete shot. And after the match, Serpentico attacks Maria's baby boys from behind, tries to get the mask back from Maria. I'm like, just snatch it from her. Mm-hmm. You got it. She got it. Just take it. Knock her ass down. That's what you got to do. But then that would make him the bad guy because one thing Maria hasn't done is attack anybody.
She hasn't. She talks shit. She's interfered. She grabbed feet, but she hadn't outright attacked anybody.
Exactly. So he tries to get it back from her only to be attacked. Serpentico, that is, being attacked by Griff and Cole, and then left laying on the ramp. So next we get Gravity versus Lee Johnson. Not a good match, but Gravity did very well, showing that he has learned a lot.
Yeah.
But ultimately, and the match was just going. I wasn't interested. I didn't really care. But then Lee, he won with a nice elevated reverse DDT and got the pin. And my note was, he needs to keep that finisher. He does it well. It looks good. You know, El Samurai, he did it so well. So that's if he's not wrestling. I haven't looked up El Samurai in a while. But Lee Johnson, his gear looked good. His music don't fit him.
It does not.
And he comes out trying to look a little intense, but he looked like, you know, did I leave the iron on? So next we get Taya Valkyrie versus Killer Kate. So this is Kate's second week. Taya wins with the curb stop and pin. It was pretty much a mauling anyway.
Yeah, Killer Kate didn't really do nothing.
So next we get the main event, which is the men's four-corner survival match. Jack Cartwheel, Willie Mack, AR Fox, and Commander. And I was like, what in the world? And when I saw Gravity, when I saw it was going to be AR Fox and Commander, when I saw the other two luchas, I was like, this is a crappy show. But only, Lee Johnson and Gravity wasn't a horrible match, just boring.
Exactly.
They didn't mess up.
Everything was safe.
And, they got the thing done. But it was like, it's time to go home, y'all. You can see the crowd won't into it. They just won't. So, ultimately, after a lot, Commander, he won with the combination here, Swan Dive Destroyer. I was like, pin him. No, after you leap off the top rope and then sail from 7 feet up and flip somebody over and drive them down on their head, that's not the end. It's one thing to drop 2 bombs on Hiroshima. That's not the finish. I just think that's so dumb. You hit that move, that's it. But then, after that devastating move, then he does the tightrope run shooting star press. So you drive somebody's head down on the mat with a lot of momentum, and then you follow it up with a body press. Yeah, it's like doing a brain bust off the top rope and be like, all right, sleeper hold.
Yeah.
I'm like, we agree that was not Commander because, he did enough of his moves, but there's no way Commander put on 15 pounds of muscle in less than a week.
Nah, it's not.
Because it looked like him, like, this dude is big. I mean, Commander barely had any muscle definition and it seemed like a little bit shorter. Like, that Commander could fit in this Commander. But, I don't know. Maybe it was Commander and for us, it just hasn't, I don't know. But I just think that finish was stupid. But he got the win. I predicted it was going to be Jack Cartwheel to win because Willie Mack should win. I didn't know it was going to go the other way. So then backstage, Athena is hugged and loved by her minions. Then she cuts a good promo against Nyla Rose, letting her know, look, you're going to have to learn your place in my kingdom. Yep. Which I wish she would say queendom because that would just be not just a little more accurate, but it'd be funny. She's like, I own everything the lights touch. I was like, okay. And as soon as she's done ish with that promo, Nyla just blindsides her and then power bombs her through a table. Picks up an orange, walks out, you thought. Yeah. I was like, oh no.
Psych.
Yeah, psych. You thought. I was like, okay, she did good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. But as you said, we could see it coming.
Yeah.
it would make sense. But I like how they did it. It's pushing the narrative. You just got to see what comes of it.
Yeah, not just waiting for something to happen.
Exactly. So we're going to get on up out of here. We want to thank y'all for your time, patience, and energy. We appreciate it. This has been Cedric Procedure for CRS and Commentary, Ring of Honor. And with that, y'all be good, be chill, be safe. And we'll see you next time.